Hi everybody and welcome to Rose Sky Tarot. This reading is for Pisces for the 14th of January 2019 and it's a general reading so it may not suit everyone, but hopefully there's a message here just for you. Enjoy! Okay, let's get started, and we have the three cards that have been taken from the bottom of the deck, and these are the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles. Now there's a lot of action and considered thought being done here. Have you maybe discovered something that isn't what you thought it was? You know, that there's something within it that you don't agree, and it's as if this person or this thing or this company have been caught in the act of doing something that if everybody knew about it, then they may not agree. And because you're aware of this now, that your reaction seems to be instantaneous, and you get so annoyed and so agitated about what this person or company or whatever this is, you're so upset about what they're doing is that you're running in without really having a plan to make changes to tell the world how bad this is. And you haven't really done your homework on it. You don't know a lot of the things that, people may ask questions about, that it's just an instinctual reaction. It's something that you may feel is morally wrong. And you're all riled up that, checking the facts and doing the head work is something that, you haven't explored, because you feel that the time to act should be immediate. But if you're going to make real changes, then this is something that is going to have to be thought out. You're going to have to take your time. You're going to consider, the things that you need to know and do, and gather your resources so that you're in a position that when the time is right, then you can run in and act, and you'll be prepared for it. Let's move this over to the side and we'll have a look at the reading. Now we have the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Wands in reverse. All action, all go, go, go. And this is something that you want to change immediately. You just can't wait for another minute for this to be this thing to happen. And you'll just run, that's your only focus. You're going to run right there and you're going to accomplish this thing. And, it's all about defending and protecting something. Standing up for your beliefs in this change. So you really are putting yourself out. You want an immediate change and you're willing to go to, the lengths of putting yourself out there and being courageous and taking the action necessary to do this. And it may not all go your way. You may feel that you're, running up a really steep hill, that everything you do is hard work, that nobody seems to care about this. And it's really frustrating for you because you don't understand how people don't see that this change is necessary. And it is really something that can sometimes become chaotic, and cause problems because you're so defensive and wanting something to change immediately. But is it possible the people around you may not see what you're seeing or believe the same things as you? And, that could cause chaos to whatever relationship, friend, family, business associate, whatever the relationship is, it could cause real friction. Let's move on to the next set of cards now, and we have the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this thing that you're running in to save or defend, does it have something to do with strong leadership or a dominating company or a dominating personality? Because these two cards together, it's a very strong combination because you have stability and authority in both, and there's protection and order in both. And there's a reason for the things that they do, and it's a pretty powerful combination. But in particular, they do things because of the efficiency, because they want whatever this product is to dominate. And how they do that is through value for money, by trying to make it the most well known, the best value for whatever the money is. So they have produced an image of a strong leader that offers good quality for a minimal financial output. And you can understand why that would be dominating. But the thing is whatever this issue is either not reflected by them. Do they maybe not want people to know about how they produce what they're producing? Because would maybe that shake their dominance a little bit? So it could be that, they are hiding something that they don't want the majority of people to know about. And it is also part of this card to be part of a consultation but your views has been ignored. So it looks as though, the value for money product or company or service or whatever this is does have something to hide, but they've become so strong that they don't really care what you think. Let's move down, and we have the Ten of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and Temperance. Now, are you working so hard in trying to make people be aware and take action against this company? Let's just call it a company. And it's hard going because people maybe don't want to know what you have to say, and it turns into a chore. And even though you have the dedication and the need to do this, the need to defend whatever the issue is, it's not something that you are happy about. It's more that you want to do it, but it's more an obligation. It's more a responsibility than a pleasurable task. Because the reason that you're so determined to be the person to defend and stand up for what you believe in is because the thought of what's happening is so strong that it's giving you sleepless nights. It's something that you really worry about. It's something that's really upsetting you. And it could be that you have become obsessive about it. That everything that's happening is just constantly in your head. That is it possible that it's maybe went out of proportion? Because the next card we have is the Temperance card. Your life has become so chaotic because of your reactions to this. And is it possible that maybe you take a step back and you try to balance yourself, try to bring in a little bit more control, try to get some sleep and not be so obsessive and defensive over this, because the reaction that you're getting is not the one that you expected or want. Let's move on to the next set of cards, and we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Eight of Cups. Now that you've possibly realised that you need to, take a step back and be more controlled about how you do things because of the backlash, are you maybe sitting down and looking at this company in detail? Are you maybe gathering information? Are you maybe comparing it to other companies or other actions and finding out about the ins and outs of whatever this is? How is it produced? What's involved? What's the ingredients? And once you have all of that information, it's only then that you can begin to evaluate it, and measure its worth. And that's not to say that your thoughts and actions have changed. It's just you're doing it in a much more considered way now. But you feel that what you are achieving is not what you thought. It just seems like a drop in the ocean. It doesn't seem to make any difference whatsoever. And that's something that, is it's made you feel a little bit hopeless that anything, that it will never change. That no matter what you do, this isn't going to change. So it could be that even with the evaluation that you've found, and you don't feel confident that that will make a difference, could it be that going in search of alternatives, going in search of different methods, because you know that this is not what you want? So could it be that you are looking for the thing that will make you happy? Now this is something that's not easy to find, and it could take time. But if you're searching for something diligently, then you will find something that suits your needs much more than whatever this is. And at least then you will have a basis to offer an alternative instead of just, being critical of whatever this is. Okay, let's bring these back in and have a wee look again. Now we had the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles. So, you have discovered something that is trying to be disguised, that, could possibly be something that they don't want people to know. And they have been caught in the act of doing something that could be seen as immoral. And because of that, you're wanting to rush in and make changes and make people aware of everything that's going on, and you're so gung-ho about it that you're not really thinking things through, and you're not checking all of the information that you possibly could, because your gut reaction is so strong. And how you go about things to get the maximum effect is all about timing. Gathering your resources, planning it out, observing, waiting until just the right moment to swoop in and uncover whatever is trying to be hidden. Okay. Now, this is a general reading, and it may not ring true with the questions that you have asked this week. But it could be that this reading may not be for you this week. It could be that there's only maybe one or two cards that could be relevant for you. So please pick up on the information that highlights your questions and, you know, look at how they can be effective in your life and think about how you want to implement them. Because this is something that affects your life, and you have to be knowledgeable and behind whatever intention that you have, because nobody else can walk in your shoes. These actions are yours, and the only person that can take responsibility for them is you. Okay, now I wish everybody a good week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.